But yeah, it's going to be a good time, man. Who?
Yeah, and shout out to House of 3000 as well for
bad,
production
bro.
behind this.
My bad, bro. Come on, man. Like, just your name's like no, but House of 3000 been holding it down forever, so big shout out to them. You see any East Coast tournament. Honestly, now they're here, they're on the West Coast.
Yeah,
with great production. It's them.
They broke containment.
They
free.
were like, we're out, bro.
Yeah, usually you see House on the east side of things, but so cool to see. I mean, and that's the great thing about Smash, right? Smash is always just known for bringing the community together, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Production, players, commentators, and all.
Yeah, man. So getting into this first game, though, between Sonix and Light on PS2. You know, two fast characters. Obviously, Sonic gonna have a little more of that speed on the ground. Has the option to kind of slow it down if it really wants to. It's kind of hard to do that though against the way that Light specifically. I was gonna say Fox, but it's really just like Light specifically. I feel like he's always trying to be in your face. Unfortunately though, that seems not to be working for him as Sonix with a pretty solid lead, taking that first stock 53%. My boy is sitting pretty with a clean lead right now.
He's not even playing it that slow either. Like Sonix is going in. He's just using a phenomenal combo game to continuously pressure Light, prevent Light from getting his own combo game started, and 66% in like 2 seconds, in the blink of an eye.
I think genuinely at this point in time, like you got to take that, you got to take that tag away from Sonix and like, oh, he's a slow player. Like I feel like when he was online, that worked, and then he got offline, and I actually see him doing a lot more rushdown than he's given credit for, or at least a lot more stringing together combos and hits. But because
he camps what he needs to.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like like back in the day. I feel like he was just doing it to be doing it, and now I feel like he's fighting until, all right, maybe it's not working. Maybe I step back for a little bit and figure out what I need to do. So
that's what's so scary about Sonic as a character too, is he has the tools for all of that, right? He's got one of the strongest combo games in the entire Smash roster, and then he can also run away from you for 7 minutes straight.
Yep.
You can play both sides of the coin, and I mean, usually against Fox, Sonic will usually struggle against Fox. Fox is a character that is known to do well versus Sonic here, but Sonic's playing this matchup extremely well, and again, just kind of not even going for the fade back. I'm trying to get a spin dash on you, just really aggressing onto Light, putting Light in so much bad scenarios, and Sonic does pack a punch. Sonic can still edge guard Fox like a lot of other characters, so I mean, really just setting up that scenario and even getting a lot of juggles too. Very impressive. It's very hard to juggle Fox, and Sonix is doing that for a ton of damage.
That hitbox on that Smash is also insane. So
oh yeah.
I don't even know if that was a 2-frame. He probably just hit him.
Nah. We've all seen those clips of Sonic F Smash going through every move in the game. Yeah.
So, all right, but either way, as you said, I feel like genuinely, Fox does do pretty decent spot. I think, or Sonic, I think the thing with Sonic is that usually, you know, the faster you are than your opponent, probably the better the matchup is more often than not. And you're not that much faster than Fox, who also has good combos, but it just seems as though he is still very much controlling the pace of this match. And there he is, kind of now back to, you know, running around, forcing Light to throw out some options. I think he's most likely conditioning until he can find a good opening to go back in.
When he's got the huge lead to be able to do it.
Yep.
Another thing is his disadvantage. He's been using that spring, that up B, and disadvantage so much to just get out of jail free. It's reminding me of Game & Watch up B, where it's just like you cannot execute your advantage state, because as soon as you like get a hit on me, I'm gone.
Yep.
I'm no longer there.
Yep.
And Light gets so much damage, so much stocks even from the lead trap, from the corner scenarios. But guess what? We don't really see Sonix in that position a lot, and I even really love how Sonix is positioning some of these spin dashes and spin charges underneath the platform, so Light can't connect these neutral airs on top of the spin dash or spin charge. Off-stage situation, and what a chase!
Using the spring both offensively and defensively. So impressive by Sonix, going all the way up to the tippy top blast zone and just getting that up air off.
Yeah, very clean with it, man. I you know, definitely knowing that Light, a lot of Foxes too, but Light definitely will drop that illusion pretty high up. And if you do it high up, normally most people will have a hard time punishing you, but when you have Spring rapidly accelerating you up like that, it's gonna be a pretty easy punish right there for Sonic to go ahead and take that game. Moving to game 2, going right back to PS2.
Yeah, Light won to just run it back. He rolled up the sleeves. He goes, all right, let's get it done.
I mean, that burst of verticality, right? A lot of characters can't really chase down Fox with the high illusion, and Fox usually wants to set up juggle scenarios because he's way better in a juggle scenario than he is offstage, right? Way less exploitable. But when you have that burst of vertical movement, you can really cover low and high and just cover so many different options.
Yes, sir.
Oh, speaking of covering so many options, he just goes all the way out to that right side blast zone, back air, see ya.
What's
up, Lud?
Oh, how's it going, gamers?
Going
Pretty
great.
well, brother. How was it? How's it on the other side?
Terrible. The game sucks.
You're telling me.
You know I'm playing both sides.
Always comes out on top.
He's always politically correct.
The double-sided coin, man. He's too good at it.
Oh, I gotta tell you guys about this later, but I lost $10,000 on an ultimate money match last night.
Well, I'm gonna be looking forward to that story right now. I mean, got a pretty decent money match going on right
Oh,
here.
I
yeah?
walked in on a Sonics game? Oh, shit.
He's out.
All right,
He's
see you guys.
gone.
But wait,
See ya.
Fox is on the screen.
Oh, shit, Light's here?
Fox,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
Fox,
wait.
Fox.
Oh,
Light.
Pog.
We all love
Light
Fox.
not doing too hot
Alright,
right now,
alright.
though.
Wait, I didn't know we had a moist Light here.
There we go.
All right, I'm full circle.
Yeah, and Sonix doesn't camp. They're running at each other. You know, they're scrapping.
What's the history of these two gentlemen, these two lads?
Usually overwhelmingly Light favorite. I believe the last time they faced off was MomoCon, where Light won. But
Yeah.
right now, Sonic's all the way.
You can tell Sonic's made huge adjustments here. You know, Light usually is so strong in this matchup, and I think it's because Sonix is actually playing it more aggressive. I think before, Sonix was playing more of like, okay, I'm going to try to camp, try to aggress, like flip in between the two, but now Sonix is either underneath the platform charging spin dash or spin charge, or just like running up on him and just forcing close interactions, which is usually not good against Fox, but he's doing really well.
I think genuinely it might be. Now that I think about how much I play you and how much I've seen Fox, I feel as though like it might actually just really be hard to implement the like let me run away from Fox strategy for because like again he's fast, he's got combos, he catches you one straight hit and you're probably gonna eat like a good 50. So instead he's like, all right, let me be unorthodox and run at you. And now you're like, what? This is not. I'm on the back foot. I'm not used to being a Fox from the back foot. So
Am I right to assume that maybe that defensive strategy will still work if you have a lead, though?
Yeah, I would say so, just because it's kind of what he's been doing this last stock too, of just I'm going to charge spin dash, and Light has to come to me because I have such a large lead. But when he comes to you, you can get that whiff punish off of his approach or his dash attack or whatever, just because Sonix has those tools, and he's able to just continuously build this lead. Now 15, 16, keeps on climbing.
It was one of the first things I learned. The first game that I played competitively was Smash 4, and I always felt like the person who approached was often the one in the worst position, and usually the one who lost. And it demoralized me because I felt like, oh, it's lame. But then actually, when you become good, you have way more options. Like you can't approach like I guess Sonix was doing at the start of this, where you got to lead.
And it's crazy. Right when Sonix tried to slow it down that last stock, Light just ran over it. And now
And
he's
now playing fast again, yeah.
Now that he's playing fast, it seems like he instantly got a kill.
you can do that?
That's true.
I don't think. Okay,
That's true.
So usually, nair into back air is
what
the
you usually
thing
get,
there.
yeah.
Like it's the falling, like the sour spot, late hit nair into back air. And I think recognizing that, Light DI'd oddly, and Sonix just randomly throws out that F smash because I've never seen that.
Oh,
That looked
well.
true. That's so
That
funny.
also looked cool. That was a great 0 to death. The people are wrong about Sonic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sonix is actually.
the people are warming up.
The
kind
people
of,
are warming.
somewhat. So maybe.
Copium.
we don't know everything about Sonic yet. You know.
Listen, I've been
That's
saying
like,
that.
dude, I used to work at a vape company, and bad pass. But what I used to always joke with my friends is it'd be like, how can you sell this? And I'd be like, well, hey, the research isn't out. We don't know if this is better than air yet. Like it could be. We just don't have all the info. Anyway, don't vape. Sorry, what were you saying?
I've thought that Sonic is the best character in the game for like a year now.
Actually?
I've been on that train. I think he loses no matchups.
That's a bold statement.
I'm just putting that out
until
there.
today, bro.
Check my Twitter.
I
I've definitely been in like matchup chart discussions, and I'm gonna be like, you lose to Sonic.
Bro, TK, he's
Everybody
got receipts,
does.
man.
He's got receipts. I gotta believe him now. So you know, might be before my time. We only have but so much time to check Twitter.
like-
That's true.
That's like the LeBron meme. It's like, no, I've been saying. I actually been saying that Sonic is the best.
I hate this character, bro.
He's doing a lot, man. I mean, he's definitely a good example of. I think there's not enough. I guess for Sonic counterplay to be like, all right, this character definitely has weak matchups yet. But also at the same time, where do you even get this level of practice? There's only like what 3 or 4 of them.
There's a few of them.
So we got him. We got Kels.
Ken, Wrath.
There's a bunch in
Well, I have
Georgia.
not seen Wrath in quite some
Wrath
time.
is pretty retired.
Okay.
Somebody, I'm gonna just pointing out his existence.
There is
yeah.
some, yes. All right.
There's also a couple like not as big time ones in like regional scenes, like Takai in Japan. Very, very, very good Sonic player.
Okay.
Why do you think there aren't as many Sonic players?
He's hard. Very difficult character to pilot at the top level.
Sure.
I think, yeah, it's one of those. You know how like I feel like when Kazuya came out, it's like, all right, either you main Kazuya or you don't play anybody else, because like he's just so much different than everybody else. I feel like the same way about Sonic. There's just certain ways to play this character that it's like it doesn't really translate too well to others. So you either like hard body main this guy, or you don't at all, or you're just a weird Sonic fan. So
Feels like Puff in Melee. Not a lot of players. It can be very good and much different playstyle than the rest of the cast.
yeah.
Yeah, Sonic definitely warped the game.
Yeah, you have to play his plan. You have to play to Sonic. You can't. He's one of those characters, kind of like Steve and Kazuya, like you were mentioning, TK, where it's like you can't force him into what you want. You have to play to him.
Yeah, you're playing their game no matter what character.
Either way, man, we're trying to see who's going to get this W. It might be a quick 3-0 in the way of Sonic to keep this type of pressure. He's got 98% on to a very light Fox. So if he's able to find an F smash here near the
This
end,
is losers.
Yeah.
Yes, this is
Oh
Light lost to
my
Tweak, Sonic's lost to
God.
Shuton.
This is so crazy because, I mean, Light known right now as the best American player coming towards the end of the year, but I mean, we could be kind of giving that to
back in
another
the Tweak
player.
era.
Yeah, I mean, could be where Tweak is kind of coming back as America's best Smash Ultimate player, but looks like Light going to try to get himself on the board. Does have a slight lead here. Going to have to get this game and really mount this reverse 3-0.
Yeah, and a reverse 3-0 against Sonic and Sonix just as a player is so difficult because he's one of those like adaptable players who comes in with a very strong game plan, but isn't set in that game plan. He's able to make those adaptations and changes over the course of a set, and now you have to win 3 games in a row against him.
yeah, and
Do stages matter for Sonic specifically? Like, is there a counter pick that Sonics can go to?
There are some really bad ones, like to play against Sonic on, like
That-
Kalos.
yeah, that's what I mean,
like
exactly.
the big stages are very Sonic favored. Kalos in Town, for example. So I think like banning those off for Light gets him to maybe like either staying PS2 or going to either like a small battlefield maybe, just to be able to move around those platforms. But I think if Light gives him big stages, he's screwed.
yeah, so that's probably what. Yeah, he'd be banned to get the smallest stages possible. Because I was thinking about, even on Battlefield, yeah, like Sonic gets more places to land, but you also get more places to chain your up airs. So basically you just want to be able to stay close to him, and I think that's the best bet that Light has right now. He's doing a pretty good job of playing.
Oh!
You just did that, or didn't take the stock though. Even with the bad DI, he went straight up.
Okay,
Goodbye.
one more.
We catch those air dodges. We catch those air dodges.
Do it again.
Even they're laughing about it. Is that just guaranteed off throw, off smash?
No.
How did that just bad DI?
What?
So,
So
just like guess the juggle
yeah,
situation.
he guessed that Sonic's either would miss the tech or would not tech on purpose,
Right.
just as a mix-up. Because a lot of the time, in that situation, people will try and tech roll in or out to mix, and Light either reacted insanely fast or guessed right.
Right.
Man, if this game had that level of knockback, like if he could get 4 throws, run up, and smash.
Yo, I would be eating good. That sounds like a great idea.
That's the other thing too, is that Fox up smash is so fast and Fox is so fast that he can close that distance, and if he's right, you die.
Well, yeah, and there's so many, like, Fox doesn't have, like, obviously Fox has true combos in this game, but a lot of scenarios are just really good mix-up situations, and Light is just so quick on those mix-up scenarios that oftentimes it does look true, right? Just how fast Light operates, and I really like how towards the ending of that last stock, whenever I see Light bringing out the single lasers, just, one here, one there, then force them to approach full screen and stuff, that's when I feel like Light's playing at his best, so the gun is out.
This is the stage you said
This is the
he
stage
should
that
not go to. Town and City,
this
right?
is the stage that I said is good for Sonic.
Right.
So like,
AKA that Light should ban.
Light left it open,
Right.
which is very surprising to me, and not surprising at all that as it was left open, Sonix was just like, yes, give me that.
What about it do you think Light saw that's like, hey, I'm comfortable with it?
I honestly think that it might be finding early KOs off the side, because we saw that F smash at the very end of the last game, and Town and City has the smallest like side blast zones out of any of our legal stages. So he might be looking for like bears at ledge, F smashes at ledge, just being able to convert into early stocks. But it's so much space for Sonix to work with, and I think that's just like such a huge thing to overcome in the matchup.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, he's doing a decent job. As Charles pointed out earlier, like the gun is down. Don't ever challenge that.
It's like
fella.
Popeye.
Straight to Minecraft.
Yeah, goodbye. It's just, man. I need the hitbox. Every time that hits, I just want the hitbox visualizer to show up on the screen.
Oh, yeah. One of the biggest F smashes in like the history of Smash Brothers.
Nair up smash though, that one is true.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's a classic.
I think that's true in pretty much every game Fox. Well, not pretty much.
I think
in,
so,
in
right?
every game that he's been in, because he's been in every single one of them.
Even in
Yeah.
Brawl? I'm pretty sure it worked in Brawl too, right?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, that's the one game it wouldn't have worked in, but I'm pretty sure.
Brawl Fox enjoyers.
Yeah. Brawl Fox was fun. He was a mid tier, but he was still fun.
That character was a high tier if it wasn't for one character, bro. For one, well, two, I guess, because Sheik too.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you liked the laser game, but I'm seeing like get 1.6% on a laser, and then like 1 in 3 times getting grabbed and just having 20% done to him by Sonix.
Yeah,
it seems like a
tough.
losing battle.
Okay, look.
The one good
this
thing is that
recency bias, and you know it. Like,
I will say it is unstaling his moves at the very least.
I guess
So
that helps.
that's helpful, but yeah, he's kind of getting his ass beat for
Well,
these
just because of
lasers.
Sonic's ability to close space very quickly.
Right.
Essentially, like in Ultimate, Fox mainly wants the laser full screen. Like if you're at one side of the stage and I'm on the other side, like maybe 1 or 2 lasers, but you can't really use it any closer than that, or you get.
Yeah, there's no way to cancel the laser.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the best way, I mean, for him specifically, it would be like if a spin dash crossed up his shield, and so Sonix is already going full stage. That'd be his best time. But if Sonix is already full stage and he has the opportunity to run in on you, may not be the best time to drop that laser on him.
Speaking of crossing shield, Sonic's doing such a good job of keeping that like near infinite pressure on Light shield, where it's just, hey, I'm here, I'm on this side, you can't hit me, and wall jump back air.
That was
All
smart.
right.
Smooth with it.
Spring, forcing the juggle here, using the stall and fall from the down air. Sonic's going to get back, landing safely, trying to rack up as much damage as possible. Ooh, almost got the up tilt, but yeah, going to use the jab OS there and reacts on the tech chase. Light on point here.
Good reaction too, man. You know, jab OS, you realize you rolled in, still got the actual perfect punish on himself. Moving forward now. Just slightly scary for Sonix if he can't get back on stage and start putting some damage on, because Light with momentum is very scary to play against.
He hasn't been able to get off this ledge, and that's a pretty big thing, especially getting shield poked by that, but Light continues it too. He loses stage control and then takes it back immediately. That frame 3 up tilt coming in so huge for him as a reversal option.
Yeah, and this transformation particularly is very nice for Fox. It is going to go ahead and go away there, but Fox can just position himself in a place where he can get really high up there. The sour dash attack into the back here. Such a good setup, and like you mentioned earlier, last since we're on Town and City, those smaller side blast zones, you're able to react to the normal get up, get the sour hit right into the back here, and early KO.
I'll admit when I'm wrong. Light knew what he was doing going to town. It worked out.
But you brought up the reasons why he might want it, so I think that's fair. But I would hate to be the dude that's walking into a potential reverse 3-0 against a Light with a head full of steam.
Sick audible, bro. That's all we're gonna say. Sick audible. Like it's like, all right, this might be bad, but here's why it could be good.
Cover all your options.
Yes, sir.
Light's such a momentum-based player too, though. Like coming into Game 5 against him, like you were saying, with a head full of steam, he might be one of the hardest people to stop, other than like MKLeo himself. Once he's at this point.
See if he can be stopped right now, because the gates are open. So he's just to walk through right now into a Game 5 situation, right back to Town and City. So most likely liking the way that he got those stocks. And
oh no!
He should be able to make it back. Light, I loved that from Light, trying to cover the snap to ledge with the Firefox, but just a little bit too early, I think, to be able to cover the snap.
Yeah. And usually you can even like Firefox and go into the stage, hold down. Firefox is like a redundant amount of damage in this game, so it can be really good. You can get an early stage spike, cheese kill at like 20-30% here.
Okay.
That up tilt's so good as an anti-air, and like
We're gonna talk about this later.
Yeah.
That word usage, we're gonna talk about.
Yeah,
that.
I didn't want to bring it up. You do not know what the word redundant means for sure, or maybe you do, but you know.
I was gonna gloss past it.
Nah,
I was gonna let it slide. I was ready to let
TK is going for it.
I got a whole ass degree for English. I was gonna let that slide.
Get his ass.
Get his ass. We're gonna have to talk about this, young Charles. Anyway.
I knew TK wasn't gonna let it go. I was like, maybe.
You're like, did I get away with it?
Yeah. Light didn't get away with that though. Sonix pops him straight into that forward air.
Yeah, redundant kill there. It's gonna suck. For Light.
I'm not gonna hear the end of this. Is that the word that's like attached to me now? Oh no.
You're done, bro.
I'm done.
Redundant.
This is the last moment of your Smash Ultimate 2022 career. This is what you leave the year off on. This is good. Here we go. But yeah, man, like, I mean, this is all things considered, this is a pretty even match, so can't really, can't really call who's going to win this one just yet. I mean, I felt that about this set until I saw the 2-0 from Sonix, and I was kind of afraid for Light, but yeah, he can fire back pretty quickly.
I'm just waiting for the next neutral win right now because both these characters do so much off of every single neutral conversion that it feels like whoever gets this next big hit off is probably going to start pulling away. Sonix doesn't really convert anything off of that, and neither does Light.
Am I right to say that Sonix has played a lot differently in the 2 games Light won, and even this game, where he's being that defensive Sonic that I expected, as opposed to what you guys were saying was he was being a little more aggressive than usual?
Essentially, right when you got on, that's when the pacing started slowing down.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. And I mean, now this is more what we're used to. Kind of back and forth. Both characters are so fast that they can be on the other side of the screen and just be like still threatening each other. So, ooh, the back air, is it enough? Barely survives on town. I thought that back air was going to be it for sure.
Might be a little bit stale. I'm not 100% certain because I felt like that should have killed, especially with, he doesn't have full rage, obviously, but he has rage.
Yeah, Sonic is light.
This
so.
one's definitely, I was like, this one's
Okay,
taken, though,
yeah.
yeah. He just hit a forward air, so he got a good amount of unstaling on that back air. I feel like as long as he wasn't right middle stage, good pickup, and now last stock situation here.
Yeah, no extra credit. That sucks, but
What else could you ask for in a set this close?
I mean, honestly, yeah, like as the last set went, I mentioned like the whole Steve, and sometimes it may not be the most fun to watch, but you gotta respect the play that's being put onto the stage. Can't really say that about this because I feel like Sonix is not playing as like the normal, like, oh my god, Sonic is so boring to watch play. Like, he's definitely playing a little more defensive, but he's still going in every now and then.
Game 1 and 2 Sonix and games 3 through 5 Sonix are 2 different people, is what it
100%.
seems like. The spin charge, though, into the homing attack for a little bit of chip damage. 21% on Light. He needs so much more.
Yeah.
Light is checking Sonic so much with up tilt. Like, even drop shield up tilt after getting spin dash is very, like, not a lot of players do that. And I like how Light is doing that, throwing out that check, not letting Sonic just run over him on the offense.
And it's so fast, too, that up tilt is just, get away from me, get off me!
Yep.
Jab reset up smash is going to do it, and Light completes the reverse 3-0, knocking Sonix out of the bracket at 9th place.
Dang, and Sonix is someone that we just always, like, if I'm going to do, like, a fantasy draft or anything like that, always in my
He's a
top
safe
8.
pick.
Yeah,
He's a lock.
very, very safe top 8 pick.
He
But
felt like
wow.
that up here, didn't he?